students, today we are going to discuss the potential due to a system of charges. Now suppose that there are n charges of magnitudes q1, q2, q3 and suppose q4 and qn. Now this is a system of charges having position vectors, vector r1, vector r2, vector r3 from some origin, suppose O. Now these are the position vectors of the charges from this reference point O. Now I want to determine the electric potential due to this system of charges at a given point. So suppose P is the point where we want to determine the electric potential due to this system of charges. So let us suppose that R1P is the distance of the first charge Q1 from P, R2P is the distance of the second charge from point P, and Q3 is the distance of the third charge Q3 from P is R3P, and so on. The distance of the another charge Qn from point P, R and P. So the electric potential due to charge Q1 at point P, it will be given by, suppose let us take it V1. So it will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 upon R1P. Similarly, the electric potential due to charge Q2 at point P, at the same point, let us represent it by V2. So it is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q2 upon R2P, and so on for third charge. Now the electric potential due to another charge, suppose Qn, at the same point P, it will be Vn, suppose is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Qn upon R and P. Now, according to superposition principle, the electric potential at a point due to a system of charges is the sum of the potential due to individual charges. So following the superposition principle, we can write V is equal to net potential at point P is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3 and so on Vn. So let us substitute these values. We get 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 by R1P plus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q2 by R2P and so on 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Qn by R and P. Now let us take 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught common, which is a term common to all these. So we can write 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 by R1P plus Q2 by R2P plus dot 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 Qn upon R and P. So in summation form we can write V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught summation I is equal to 1 to N QI upon RIP. So this is the net electric potential at point P due to system of these N charges. Now let us discuss a special case of finding the electric potential. We have calculated the electric field due to a thin uniformly charged spherical cell. Let us see what is the electric potential due to a thin spherical cell which is uniformly charged. Suppose Q charges are distributed on this cell of radius capital R. So what is the electric potential at a point which is outside this spherical cell at a distance small r from the center O of this cell? The electric potential will be equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Now the charges are distributed here. So here which distance you will take and what amount of charge you will take. Actually, in this case, we suppose that all the charges are concentrated at the center of this spherical cell. So this total charge Q is supposed to be concentrated at the center of the spherical charge. In that case, its distance is R. So we will write this Q upon R. So this will be the electric potential at a point R outside the spherical cell, which has the same value in all directions. But what is the electric potential at the surface of this spherical cell? It is at R outside cell. But at the surface of cell, what is the electric potential? At the surface of the cell, the electric potential will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon, because again we suppose that charge is concentrated at the center and then the distance is capital R, so Q upon capital R. Now this will be the electric potential at the surface of the spherical cell. Moreover, at a point inside the cell, also the electric potential will be same. So this is the electric potential which is at the surface of the spherical cell as well as at any point inside the spherical cell. So we can say that the electric potential inside a cell is constant, whereas the electric potential at a point outside a cell is given by this formula. Thank you.